One Win Bookhouse. Guess this is where we go to buy books in Liyue.
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide. Do you have it in stock?
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago.
Huh? But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and it barely sold any copies. And the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
Well, that's a shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your...
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Xingqiu village. He's a complete grouch. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor. And I still send him the odd out-of-print book or...
Did somebody say out-of-print books? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection? Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Xingqiu, a humble literature. Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Jingse and pay a visit to Chang the Ninth? Just take it as a chance to get some...
The heavens are smiting me. Uh-huh. And what do you want?
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the...
Huh. Don't get me started on the... After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any... Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire... It's useless ranting and raving at you. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd? There's a title.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of barely any copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is...
You mean you still have it?
Yes. It is my one and only...
Hey, Chang! You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the core lapis? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate?
You...
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not.
Just who do you think you are?
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now.
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. And you, Chang? You're selling that core lapis whether you like it or not.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore.
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished.
Hey, where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
I'll keep this close.
So, you like reading, huh?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Hello? Xingqiu? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
How can they bully poor old Cheng the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Cheng the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Cheng the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness. It is the just thing to do. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection. Of course I do. An initial plan anyway. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? Yeah, I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Goofball clan? I meant Guhua clan. That's what you goofballs call it, right?
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously overestimates its ability.
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buff.
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader, especially when the one you seek to threaten is...
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all. But you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little Guhua buddies wouldn't be able to help you now.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict. Why should I cower in the face of evil?
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for you to learn your lesson.
Are you here
No, my sword!
Nice and spicy. Let it rain. Let me eat this. Go, Baron Bunny. The merrier.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Guhua.
Freeze!
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponent. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business. And it's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute. But the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper level of collusion at work here. He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
That idea works, but what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
You really have stuff to do? Are you?
Wow, so that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just extraordinary.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying! Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face! Fine, but as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him. From now on, he shall be known as Guhua Geek.
What's the hurry?
Who goes there? Really? He didn't mention anything about a meeting. The master's dealing with some urgent business today.
Urgent business?
The master's been working on a major business deal recently.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The master is stressed that we must not disclose that. No, I mean yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please believe me. I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Xingqiu. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking. Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on his mind when he's busy negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
Thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator. Paimon loves compliments and all, but treating Paimon to some tasty snacks would show that you really mean it. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui. In that case, let's get ourselves over to the Xingqiu kiosk. Seems business is booming at the Xingqiu kiosk. No one should notice if we blend in there. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful.
Yue cuisine will surely prevail in this year's MasterChef Chefs.
I understand. I do. Please do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal. Is somebody being uncooperative?
We just ran into a minor procurement but it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell,
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care. We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. You may suddenly find our goodwill comes.
I understand. I am indebted to you for your protection.
We shall see when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Mr. Gentry Moutsai is colluding with the Fatui. Who knows if Guhua Geek has made any progress?
Place to go for classic dishes.
Funeral parlor with a bit of rest.
You said you had other things to look into, as if you're some sort of man of... when actually, all you meant was you wanted some...
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just...
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please deliver this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild, my liege. For reasons that I cannot explain, I will be unable to join you. There is no need for you to read the contents of the letter.
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read. Paimon can't make heads or tails of it.
Hence why I said there's no need for you to read it. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who could...
Well, why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds in Liyue. Why would they want to help us? Since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing people mention it. Having such big backing would be great and all, but are you sure they'd want to help?
No need to worry about that. From what I know, they share my sense of chivalry. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, they will certainly be moved to action. Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will never forget. This is something we also... I do not wish for anyone else to know of my involvement in this.
Why not? You're only doing this to try and help Chang the Ninth.
To silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and each droplet of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with a welling spring of gratitude.
That sounds very lovely. But be honest.
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Hey! Stop ignoring Paimon!
Apologies, my liege. So long as this letter makes...
Excuse us, we come bearing news of a matter requiring your...
A letter? Oh, I see. This again. Oh, don't mind me. I was just speculating. Let me give this a read.
Can we actually read this thing? Is it even written in the common tongue?
Yes, the script is inimitable by the uninitiated. Honored guests, you must both be wary from your long journey. Please allow the Feiyun Commerce Guild to be your host for tonight. Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. We just need some time to prepare. Please take a seat here in Leo Li Pavilion, where you may enjoy some light refreshments while...
Yay! Tasty snacks! They're giving us the VIP treatment!
Of course. We treat visitors with the utmost respect here at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. When honored guests grace us with their presence, please, this way.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out, or turned away at the door. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Moutsai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him. For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for himself the same suffering he has inflicted on Chang the Ninth. Since Gentry Moutsai's business has to do with core lapis, We simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liu. Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even the best craftsperson in Tevat would be unable to make their product.
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things up between him and the Fatui. But Liu is huge. Is it really possible to buy up every...
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. I've marked their respective locations on your map. There is also some unsold core lapis at the chasm. You will need to purchase that too. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the chasm, and then...
Of course, we are not expecting you to cover the costs.
Wow, so many more! With cash like this, Paimon could rent out Lioli Pavilion and eat there for a...
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. It's just all you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will handle the transportation and other trifling matters. Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feiyun Commerce Guild's
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for a guy who lives in a fantasy world. Let's do this!
Good day, my friend. My apologies, but I'm out of stock at the moment. Oh, I thought you were here to purchase Snezhnayan products. No, that I still have, although I ship it all to factories in Snezhnaya. I don't do retail. Too much hassle, not enough return. Sorry. What? No. Give me a second to think. All right, I'll do it. Clearly no shortage of cash flow in Liu.
Oi! Shh! Keep your voice down. All of it? Though my business may not seem so big, I should warn you, all of it would be far more than you actually want. Feiyun Commerce Guild? Well, why didn't you say so? If it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, then sign on the dotted line, and I'll start getting things in order right away.
I should open a store here.
Hi, anything I can do for you? You want all my core lapis? Well, that's sad. None are in writing. The buyers are being incredibly indecisive. Oh, it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild? Seems business trends are about to change and... nothing. Just talking to myself. Don't worry about my prior client. He hadn't made any down payments or anything. Quite common in the industry. Thank you for your patronage. We hope the Feiyun Commerce Guild...
Hello there. Are you in charge of the core lapis here?
Aha, finally. I thought you might come. I hear the Feiyun Commerce Guild has been buying up all the core lapis stock. As it happens, I do have a batch of core lapis that hasn't been shipped yet. The original buyer's price was already quite high.
Are you serious? We spent less than 100,000 more on the rest.
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. I'm breaching an existing agreement by selling to you, so it has to be worth my while. Look, you have your problems to deal with and I have mine.
All right. When we get back, we'll just have to tell the guild that we'll sell to this gentleman.
Wait, surely there's no need for that. Please, don't do this. It's not even your money. Why be so frugal with it?
It might be the guild's money, but we'll have a tough time explaining to our boss why we spent so much. If he asks, all we can do is mention your name and say you gouged us over the...
I understand. There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue with the delivery of this. I don't know where exactly, but if so, maybe you could go and look for the carts? Oh, yes, of course. I mean, I do hope...
That's that, then. What? Let Paimon see.
Dodge this! Windblade!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Another one down! Oh yeah! We found it! Make a note of the location. We'll send the Feiyun That's it, all right. Here we go! Quick! That guy said there were 5 carts in total, so that should be all of them. Let's get back. This has all been quite exhausting for poor little Paimon. He definitely owes Paimon some snacks. Here, we've made a note of the cart's locations, all 5 of them. Can you sell us the core lapis now?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you both. Yes, let's make this official.
Done and dusted! Yeah! We make a great team, don't we? Now for the final stop on our core lapis crawl, to Chang the Ninth's place.
Just who I was hoping to see. I was just thinking to myself, you wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, don't worry. You won't be hearing from them.
Oh? What happened? Huh? Oh, I see now. You're in this trade too. So you're trying to beat him to the post, eh? But I don't care who you are. A discount of 70% is...
No need. We'll take it at the market rate.
You mean you're not trying to force the price down? I can't believe it. I will make a profit on this batch after all. But gentry mouth-sized thugs could still come back after I've sold it.
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're not gonna bother you again.
Huh. Okay then. But tell me, what on earth do you plan to do with so much core lapis?
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
Thank you. Thank you a million times over.
Good people always get what's coming to them in the end. And so will the nasty people. Anyway, let's get going, because apparently we have a show to watch at the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
I can't begin to thank you enough. With this, I wasn't exactly my most polite.
Welcome. The final act in this drama would not be
You better believe it! We're the ones who've been doing all the work!
well, naturally, I used the time to immerse myself divine halberd and ominous sword. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes. Nothing short of how blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such works.
And this is related to Gentry Moutsai.
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must show one's appreciation. It was rather good, thanks. I only hope that as our plan reaches—
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get what's going on? So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here?
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for core lapis, he panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. And if he can't fulfill his contract, he can't stay in good standing with the Fatui. He hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. Panic turns to disbelief. Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. So regardless of whether it is revenge or a swift resolution—
So it was you! You were the one sticking your necks out for Chang the Ninth!
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling core lapis before I realized the Feiyun Commerce Guild had been on an acquisition spree. Core lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly the stocks dry up, just like that.
We are not persecuting you, but protecting another, one to whom I am indebted. Was it not one of your own men who said, "This isn't over"?
You clearly don't know what's good for you. Master, if you please, seize their core lapis! Cool it!
Guba, get them! Hey-ya!
No, my sword!
Oh, so sorry.
Freeze!
No escape! Get him!
Dodge this!
Rain cutter!
This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it! Impressive. You are no commoners.
Their strength is almost spent. Finish them off! The core lapis is almost with—
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends to business matters only?
What are you saying?
Then figure it out by yourself.
Don't go. Wait! Master!
My lord, what are you doing here?
Thanks to this valiant young man, I am unscathed.
My lord?
You? You are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan, and—
Drats! I've been played like a fiddle.
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their core lapis.
You meddling swine. Well, go on. Tell me.
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire, shall we? Three times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to such viciousness?
Deep breaths now. This is a simple decision.
Fine.
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business, and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny-speaking, book-reading, guhua geeking Xingqiu are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild? So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day?
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his place. A classic two-bird... Very droll. My family can always tell me from my handwriting.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhua Geek this whole Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have their arms and legs chopped off! Paimon's toast! And sorry, very sorry! Please don't hurt Paimon!
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill! Repeat, this is not a drill!
Jokes aside, I have the two of you to thank for this successful resolution. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The two of you, meanwhile, though strangers to the circumstances, stepped in and saved the day. To have made such valiant and chivalrous friends is more than enough for me, my liege.
My lord, forgive the intrusion. It's about your father.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the process. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions and earn me a few more days of freedom, perchance? Legend of the Shattered Halberd speaks of a domain that I should very much—
For all your clever long words, the fact is you're just a lazy bones who doesn't want to work.
What if I told you that a reward awaits you at
A reward? Well, that's—
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me. I will take my leave now.
Finally, you're back! This morning, the pawnbroker showed up and gave me back my entire I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Please don't say that. You have no idea how much the Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. Were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains would—
Wow, that's the second heir we've met in this town.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing? Oh, here's your book back.
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clans?
Actually, the art is centuries old and was once held in high— To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art. And so it becomes a vicious cycle. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liuwa volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide. It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity. My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned. What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
Oh, nothing. That little rascal surely isn't. Now I can get back everything I lost.